Francisco Rafael Sagasti Hochhozler OSP is a Peruvian engineer, academic, and author, who is the current president of Peru since the 17th of November 2020. Sagasti has worked as an advisor for economic development at the International Development Research Center, World Bank, UNCSTD and the World Economic Forum. After the 1992 Peruvian constitutional crisis, Sagasti left his position at the World Bank to return to Peru. In 2016, he helped found the centrist Purple Party with Julio Guzman. Following the dissolution of Congress in 2019, he was elected into Congress in January 2020, serving from March to November 2020 as a member of Congress, representing the Lima constituency. Following the removal of Martin Vizcarra, President of Congress Manuel Merino became President of Peru after a controversial express impeachment due to allegations of moral incapacity, considered a covert parliamentary coup by the people. After a week of violent repression of the massive protests, Merino resigned as the country's leader, and Sagasti was elected by his fellow congressmen to succeed Merino as President of Congress on the 16th of November. The next day Sagasti succeeded him as acting president of Peru. Sagasti is scheduled to conclude the presidential term on the 28th of July 2021. He would be eligible to seek election for a full term. However, the Purple Party nominated Julio Guzman as their candidate for the 2021 Peruvian general election, with Sagasti on the ticket as second vice president. Francisco Sagasti was born in Lima, Peru, son of Francisco Sagasti Millar and Elsa Hochhozler Reinisch. He is the grandson of the national hero Francisco Sagasti Saldanha, victor of the Battle of Tarapacá. His mother's family emigrated from Austria and settled in Santiago de Chile. He enrolled in the National University of Engineering, where he graduated with a degree in industrial engineering. He attained a master's degree in industrial engineering at Pennsylvania State University, and completed a Doctor of Philosophy degree in Operational Research and Social Systems Science at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. Sagasti has served numerous advisory roles over the decades. He was appointed as Vice President of the Board of Directors of the Institute of Technological, Industrial Research and Technical Standards of Peru from 1972 to 1977. He was also an advisor to the Minister of Industry, Rear Admiral A.P. Alberto Jiménez de Lucio, during the revolutionary government of the armed forces, during which time as an advisor, he contributed to industrialization and technology matters. From the ministry, Sagasti also advised the National Research Council. From 1978 to 1980, he was advisor to the Vice President of the International Development Research Center in Bogotá. Sagasti and two colleagues, Claudio Hertzker and Hylan Jaworski, founded Grupo de Análisis para el Desarrollo in 1980. In 1982 he participated as a Fulbright Distinguished Visiting Lecturer at Stanford, Berkeley, UCLA, and Columbia Universities. He was advisor to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alan Wagner Tizon from 1985 to 1987, while also being a member of the Advisory Council of the National Planning Institute. In 1984 he became a member of the United Nations Commission on Science and Technology for Development and served as president of the commission from 1989 to 1990. The World Bank promoted structural adjustment to third world countries in order to establish austerity policies in the 1980s, with such policies being reported by UNICEF as being responsible for reduced health, nutritional and educational levels for tens of millions of children in Asia, Latin America, and Africa. Sagasti was named chief of the newly created Strategic Planning Division of the World Bank from 1987 to 1990. He became senior advisor to the Policy Evaluation and External Relations departments at the World Bank in 1990. In 1992, Sagasti resigned from his position at the World Bank and returned to Peru following the 1992 Peruvian constitutional crisis. He formed the Agenda Peru think tank to formulate plans on how to strengthen democratic norms and deter further political violence in Peru. During this period, he also spread awareness and criticism of the authoritarian government of Alberto Fujimori. He was kidnapped by the Tupac Amaru revolutionary movement during the Japanese embassy hostage crisis in 1996. Sagasti was released a few days later and returned to Costa Rica, where he lived with his family. Sagasti, upon being released, brought with him a diary of the events with the signatures of MRTA members. From 2007 to 2009, he was president of the Board of Directors of the Science and Technology Program in the Presidency of the Council of Ministers in the administrations of George del Castillo and Yehud Simon Munaro. He was reappointed in the position between December 2011 and March 2013 under the management of Oscar Valdez Danquart and Javan Jimenez Meyer. From 2009 to 2014, he was principal in West